How's it going, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back to Talking Wolves for another match review today. And today another game at Molineux. It was finished Wolves 1, Burnley 1. Apologies if I look like I'm about to melt. It's very warm today. Lovely day to play football, but it wasn't as straightforward as we probably expected to. Starting off today, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any thoughts on the match or anything that I say, please let me know in the comment section down below. It's always great to discuss and gain your knowledge as well, how you guys see the game. And starting off with the lineup, now this was quite a little bit of a talking point, and sort of walking back to the ground, it's something that I think, that I was trying to think the positives and negatives from it, really. I did hear a couple of fans sort of blaming Nuno for it, but I mean, Patricio starting in goal, which of course we expect. Back three of Cody, Bolly and Bennett, which I probably would have expected. I know a couple of people called for Vallejo to come in, but I know Nuno said in a press conference late last night, not a press conference, but an interview late last night, or this morning that was published, that he said that Vallejo is not ready for both Europa League and Premier League football, so it looks like he's going to be the Europa League defender there. Johnny at left wing back, which I expected after Vinagre's not fantastic performance, and Doherty in for Adama, which read into that what you will. Neves and Bertinho coming in as always, and Morgan Gibbs-White in for Dendoncker, and Jimenez and Jota up top. Now, the Gibbs-White one for me, not saying he had a bad performance, but I just don't think it suited us how we played. It didn't work. Morgan was I think what Nuno expected was for Burnley to come in and sit 11 men behind the ball, and obviously they didn't. They actually came and attacked us a little bit early doors, and I think that's probably what surprised Nuno. I think if Burnley did come and sort of sit with 10 men behind the ball with Chris Wood or Ashley Barnes up top, and they were just sort of hoofing it, Morgan would have worked well because we would have held a lot of possession. But in the first half especially, we really struggled to get going. And we know we're a second half team, but that first half wasn't really acceptable, quite disappointing from Wolves. It was Morgan did create a good chance, but I just don't think we didn't have the physicality in the middle today that Dendoncker brings, and I think we needed that physicality, unfortunately, and that was the selection issue for me. Everyone else, I mean, Adama, obviously, when he came on, created, he added that energy straight away, and that's what Doc just hasn't been adding. His match sharpness isn't great. His physically, he doesn't look great. It just seems he's not that attacking threat that we saw last season anyway. In regards to, obviously, the goals, Burnley took the lead. Ashley Barnes, just moments before, came so close to giving Burnley the lead, and a fantastic finish. I've not seen any of the goals or highlights back, but a cracking finish. Obviously, I was stood behind the goal that it went in, and Patricio always seems to have problems with those really low, hard shots. But Barnes, again, 4 in 3, I think he's got now. In the match preview, I labelled him to be the key man, and I did expect him to score, and he got that goal in the end, and we just really struggled to break Burnley down. I really hope that this isn't the first of many games this season against these teams that like to defend and make it really difficult for Wolves, and we struggle to attack. The thing with Burnley is that they were so structured. They have those 2 banks of 4, those 2 strikers, and you knew they had every blade of grass covered. For whatever Wolves wanted to do, they had a solution for, and they made it really difficult for us today. In regards, obviously, we upped the tempo a little bit in the second half. I think that was always going to happen. Dyche would have told Burnley at half-time just to sit behind the ball and see what can happen. I think Chris Wood at times had the beating of both Cody and Bennett. He was just sitting in between them and beating them every time, especially in the first half. Second half, I think we had control of the game a lot more anyway. And obviously, the changes came. Adama added energy. We added a couple of chances. But to be honest, the real disappointment for me today was Jota and Jimenez. They had those couple of opportunities where they linked up quite well, but the finishing touch just wasn't there today. Jimenez, especially in him, I know he scored the equaliser, but a really disappointing performance for me from Raul Jimenez. And I think it's because, I hate to use this as an excuse, but I think it's because of his fitness and his tiredness. Obviously, he's been used quite a lot. He was using the Torino game, but today he just didn't look. Him and Jota just looked quite lazy. They didn't want to run with the ball. They didn't want to chase the ball. They didn't want to work for the team. There was a chance, especially when Pedro Neto came on in the second half, where Neto ran across the pitch and Jimenez just seemed to give up because Neto didn't release it. But we still had possession of the ball. It was baffling, really, and it just disappointed me, and I was surprised that both of them stayed on for so long. I suppose we know they're probably two of the best finishers in the squad, but I'm surprised Patrick Cutrone maybe didn't come on today. It looked like Nuno obviously changed to a 3-4-3, like the formation that we won the championship with. If that worked, I don't know, but attacking down the right-hand side, they sort of doubled up on Adama, but he won a couple of crucial free kicks today. In the end, we did get that equaliser through a penalty, obviously checked by VAR again. I've not seen it. I think we were going down quite soft a few times to win something, but I think eventually, obviously, the referee gave it. Took a while, but 90 plus 7 minutes, Jimenez puts it in. He's the penalty king, isn't he? And obviously, I think, hopefully that doesn't just sort of paper over the cracks of what was a disappointing performance today. 1-1 draw, of course, still unbeaten in the Premier League. That's a huge positive. 3 draws on the bounce now, and there's definitely there was a couple of positives to take from the game, but of course there were a number of negatives that I just hope that wasn't because we had a bit of an Italian hangover. Actually, I do hope it was because we had a little bit of an Italian hangover and just not, poor laziness today. For Torino, I expect Neto and Cutrone to start up front again. I just don't think Jota and Jimenez, as I said, they didn't have the legs today. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. A point in the end. Looking at these stats, we probably deserved a point, but we know that it wasn't the Wolves performances that we've seen from this season so far. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that like button. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and I'm sure I'll catch you all very, very soon.